Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Hart and I'm here to talk about the Season 3 patch notes, the highly anticipated balance update from Bandai Namco for, of course, Tekken 7. And we've read everything on the website, we've seen what's coming, what's ahead of us, but I just wanted to share some of my insight on how the new season I feel is looking in terms of the changes within the system and, of course, Kazuya Mishima specifically as well. So let's jump right in. I'm going to go through some of my thoughts on these changes. So let's get to it right now. And the very first one is the updated main menu and health gauge. Now, I feel like that's nice. You know, obviously it looks very exotic actually. But I think that that one specifically is a good maybe rage mode indicator. You know, you can see that green bar at the end there. Looks like that's kind of, it's not actually when the green comes in, it's a bit after that. So I think that'll be a good indication for when you're in rage mode and you can activate rage art or rage drive. Um, if that's something that's already been discussed, then excuse me. I just that's the first time I'm looking at that and thinking about its purpose. So yeah, that's that one. Um, and of course, next we've got new moves for each character. Kazuya has indeed got his back to one, which looks really nice. We're going to talk about that in a sec. I do like that new moves are being introduced for each character. Of course, it just means that there's more variety in what each character can offer. But it also changes how certain characters, fight. Like I mean, one move can change the whole dynamic of a matchup. It can change the entire spectrum of Tekken. So even though these characters may only have one new move, definitely make the conscious effort to look at every single character's new move or moves because this is going to be important. This is going to be important. It's going to change what type of combos characters are able to do. It's going to change damage potential. It's going to change wall carry potential. There's lots of things that are going to be different. So definitely, even if it's a character you don't use or you don't care about, just make a conscious effort to learn what the new move or moves are so that you're aware of what's coming when you go up against players online or a LAN event or wherever. So yeah, definitely that. Personally, if I was to think about one thing that I would like to see more of, I would like to see some more online ranks. So far you can rank up from, well, from now, first Dan, now that they've got rid of the queue system, to Tekken God Prime. But once you reach Tekken God Prime, you're kind of done with online, you're kind of done with ranked mode at least. And I kind of feel that it would be nice to have a bit more of an incentive to continue playing ranked once you reach Tekken God Prime. So I think that, part of these patch notes should be to release a couple of new ranks each time just to give people a bit more incentive to keep grinding their ranked matches. Now, going to the next one here. So yeah, Kazuya, back to one. You've seen it in the trailer. It looks like a screw attack, and it has quite a good distance carry. I saw it goes pretty far across the screen, and it's a solid mid as well. So no more ducking back 2-4. In theory, this would introduce an interesting upgrade into the strategy department because you could do back 2-4 a bit more regularly now because people won't want to duck in fear of eating back 2-1. But the reason this isn't that good anyway is because back 2-4 isn't plus on block. So even after back 2-4, you would still need to block. Yes, you could do the delay, you could do the 1 and finish the 3-hit string, but that's also extremely risky. So I feel like if you're playing around with back 2-4, back 2-4-1, back 2-1, the risk reward is not in your favor. Back 2-4 is minus, back 2-4-1 is heavily punishable, and back 2-4 is also still mid-high. They could just duck and batter you. So there's a lot of risk in doing that kind of thing if you want to kind of integrate back to one as a kind of mix-up strategy. So I wouldn't really say that's a great, addition. Back to one by itself is a great addition. This creates so much more combo potential. This definitely improves Kazuya's quality in terms of what he can do from a pickup situation, what he can do from a low scoop, and also maybe even reset screw attack combos, when they don't tech roll, maybe you can pick them fully back up now with back 2-1 and reset the combo. So I think there's a lot to work with, there's a lot to try out. I'm really interested to know what the frames are going to be. I don't think it's going to be horrible. I don't think it's going to be launch punishable. No. I think it's going to be like minus 13 or something. You know, I mean, yeah, if you can do perfect electric or whatever, but like, or jet upper. Oh, my, actually no, minus 13. Oh, that's horrible. Okay, minus 12. Let's hope for minus 12, people. Kazuya fans, be with me here. Minus 12. Let's cross our fingers, point to the skies, and hope that we get a minus 12. Because minus 13, and once you get into that 13, 14 region, it's pretty grim, right? It's pretty grim. You start getting jet uppered, you start getting perfect electric, you start getting these big launchers. Not good. Not good. Back 2-1 would be nice if it's minus 12. Is that a pipe dream? Is this wishful thinking? I don't know. You tell me. But there we have it. Kazuya gets a new screw attack with back 2-1. Great combo potential upgrade, and it looks really sick as well. It just looks like a sick move. It's such a Kazuya move. All right. More preset costume slots. Now, I'm a big customized person. I customize characters I can't even use. I just like being in that room where you can customize all your characters and hear the joyous jazzy tunes that Bandai Namco provide. Now, I feel like having more custom costume presets, yeah, it's good because, you know, for players that maybe don't want to spend too much time in the customization lounge, they can just pick a preset which is kind of half customized already, and then, you know, change a couple of things, add a hat, maybe put some shades on, whatever, and away you go. And that's great. You know, I think that's a great addition. It just gives people that want to just kind of customize their character quickly and get straight into battle the chance to do that without spending too much time in the customization lounge. But then, of course, if you are someone like me who loves to just sit there and customize and chop and change and try different things out, you can still do that as well. So, new play stats feature available. I'm in two minds about this one, if I'm really honest with you guys. I'm in two minds about this. On the one hand, it's great that you could now have an idea about how your opponent wants to approach the matchup. You know, you can kind of maybe, as the game's loading up, kind of prepare some strategy in your mind. You know, look at what you could potentially do against an opponent with these particular stats. You know, maybe you've played someone with those same stats before and you found a certain strategy was really productive, so you want to replicate that. Who knows? I have no idea. But the thing is, though, I mean, I think about these stats, right? And I have to say, I'm not sure if I'm comfortable to give away how I like to play. Yeah, it's cool, you can understand a bit more about your opponent, but do you really want to tell the person that you're a rushdown person? Do you really want to tell your opponent that you like defense? Do you really want to tell your opponent these, in some cases, key parts of your gameplay? You don't, I mean, giving them any kind of a window into your strategy allows them to start then, you know, working around what you do. I'm not sure if this should be obligatory. You know, I think people should, you know, I don't know how you could balance it, because if one person doesn't care and they just want to show it, another person doesn't, I'm not sure. But, you know, if you're essentially a super aggressive rushdown player, and it shows that, then someone can just wait and pick you off with counter hits because they know you're going to come in. So I'm not sure if it's a good thing to have stats where it shows how you play, because that's something that's fun to work out on the. That's fun to work. That's what the match is for, to learn how they play. You know. Obviously, I'm probably taking this way too seriously, and it's probably just a little fun thing. You know, some nice aesthetic. This probably doesn't mean much. You know, but I'm just looking at if you really go a bit deeper into that. I'm not sure if people really want to give away how they play, and what's the benefit of that? What's the benefit in giving away how you play? Maybe it's a psychological thing. Maybe you use it like that. Maybe you have it there to trick them into thinking you're a turtler, but you're a super aggressive pitbull, or vice versa. So I don't know. Let me know what you think, guys. But yeah, just looking at that, I remember there were similar stats on another fighting game I played where, you know, it was in Japan and it had a card system, and you know, you could show sort of tendencies in your gameplay, which is basically what these are. This isn't your full strategy. This is just tendencies. So fair enough. You know, it's not that bad if they know that you like to whatever, right? So it's okay. You know, you like to turtle, fine. You can switch it up. You know, maybe this is also a good thing, because having the play stats shown increases the pressure to change up your style. Maybe this increases the pressure to add variety to your style, to your gameplay. So maybe, I don't know, maybe that's also a plus about having stats on the screen. If the screen shows you're super aggressive, you probably don't want them to to rush you down, so you're probably going to then play a bit more defensive, or if you think that they're going to rush you down, sorry, you might try and rush them down first so they don't get a chance to get into their groove, and so on. So there's going to be a lot of psychology added to the stats shown. Your top 3 stats will display in online battles. So yeah, look, combo damage, this guy's got an S+ with Kazuya. I'm sure at one stage every character will have an S+. So damage is so high on this game. S for tenacity, and A+ for aggressiveness. Oh, he's got his wave dashes down. He's throwing out these electrics. He's doing slash kicks. He's all over the place. Hell sweeps galore. So yeah, top 3 stats display in online battles. Okay, fair enough. Definitely an interesting one. I'm looking forward to seeing how that one works out. But those are just my initial thoughts. Maybe that will change once I actually play it and experience what it's like to be a part of. Maybe my opinion will change then. But I do think there are some pros and cons to displaying your strategy or part of your strategy and so on. So you can now view each stage's win rate. This is an interesting one. I feel like it's nice to know that kind of thing. I think it would be good to see this based on individual characters or specific matchups, you know? Do you know what I mean? Like, so if Lars fights Kuma on Mishima building, Kuma has a 77% win rate in that matchup on that. Like, if it could be a bit more specific, and not just on this stage, this is the percentage, I think it could be super interesting. You know, wouldn't you like to know what stages your character wins the most matchups on? I think that would be a super interesting stat to see. You know, imagine on a certain stage your character always won. 100% win ratio with martial law on Dragon's Nest, for example, or whatever, right? You know, I think that would be quite valuable. I'd like to know something like that, because you know, you can kind of look at why that's happening and what is strong about your character in that vicinity. What are the benefits you can use? Can you transfer that to other stages? Can you then elevate that into a different strategy? You know, and yeah, is there an overarching angle on your character that hasn't fully been explored? And it just opens the door for more strategic mindsets and theories and different things coming in that can ultimately elevate the meta of the game in general. And I think that's a super interesting implementation. Viewing the win rates of stages, very interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing how that actually works later on. Yes, you've all seen the trailer. Well, 2 new characters technically. I mean, I guess they mean a brand new. Okay, so excuse me, brand new character. Zafina's also a brand new character to Tekken 7, but not to the Tekken franchise. So we have Zafina joining, and we also have, yes, the brand new character of my dad. Hey Dad. I told him that I'd use him if he was ever in a fighting game, so here we go. I'm using my pops there. It says United States, but he's actually from London Tekken, so it's just a typo. He's from Tekken. I think he was driving the bus I was on a couple of times. Yeah, he's a pretty interesting driver. He has his music blaring out of the Ghetto Blaster during the service. He's a fun person to ride with. You know, yeah, music playing super loud. But yeah, so he's joining the fray. Leroy Smith, the Wing Chun master, as he nicely exhibited versus Lei Law and Feng Wei, who clearly did not stand a chance against this thick sunglass donning expert of Wing Chun. And very nice T-Pain cosplay. Props to T-Pain on that one. That was sick, man. Wow, super sick stuff. So there we have it. The 2 characters that will be first up for the Season 3 selection of characters. And the next thing I'm interested in is the extended practice functionality. I think that training mode itself could have a few more, you know, additions to it. I find that sometimes it's just, you know, like it has sometimes, like the options are there, but it's not very intuitive in how you duck and dive through the different options. You know, like if I want to test a certain thing out that I've seen or experienced in a match, it's very finicky. Like, you know, I want to set this character to do this. You know, one thing that's always annoying is like, I want to work out how I punish this character's moves with my character. But then when I set my character on the screen, I have to then go into that character's command list, which is super not simple to find on the menu, and then you have to try and like find the command you want to practice, and or you can record it yourself, but then if you don't know the command, you don't know how to record it. So like it's just not that intuitive when it comes to like actually training to learn about the characters. And I think there's so many easier ways they could make that, you know, possible in the training mode. So they say, you know, more practice, extended practice functionality. I do hope this includes better ways to practice for learning how to fight against different characters, because Tekken's great in how deep it is, in how rich it is, and it's nice if they can provide ways for us to get into that, into the nitty gritty, into the meat and potatoes of matchups quicker and easier. Um, but yeah, you know, I find that, you know, when I'm learning how to deal with characters on training mode, it takes me a lot longer to go through the basic things than it should. It shouldn't take me that long to want to set up a few things to record so I can practice fuzzy guarding, or set up a few things so I can learn what the optimal punishes are. Can I sidestep it? Can I crouch it? Can I rage out in between? Like all these different things that you need to try out. So I do hope that this practice functionality includes a few more ways to make the training not so tedious in many areas. Sorry. Okay. So that's back to the beginning. So yeah. Then the other thing I'm really happy about is my replay. That's sick, man. My replay, I mean, who doesn't like a good old Tekken replay? Tekken is hyped because of replays. Tekken is so hyped because of slow motion. Like, you know, you can't wait to see exactly what happened in situations, and having an option to perhaps save and record matches once more will be so, so sick. I mean, that has been one of the things that I've revisited time and time again, is old Tekken replays. You know, like when you have stuff stored on your, when you had stuff stored on your PlayStation 2 memory card back in the day. You know, that was really hyped to load up and watch matches from. I'm trying to think what else. Tekken 6 also had save match mode as well. I remember that. I remember we used to be able to save matches and watch them back. That was hype as well. So, and is it Tekken 4? Yeah, Tekken 4, Tekken 6. Anyway, so yeah, record mode, a part of Tekken once more. I'm very happy about it. Well, sorry, my replay. Record mode was always a thing. But yeah, my replay back in it again, and I'm excited about that. Tips, okay, cool. Exclusive items. That's going to be a good one as well. I'm not sure what to expect there, but yeah, great stuff, great stuff. Now, the next thing I want to talk about and is Kazuya Mishima. Why not, right? Let's talk about Kazuya. He, of course, is falling there, because Hayashi just threw him. But he has had 12 changes in this version, and I want to go through these changes, talk to you a little bit about, you know, what they've done to him and where I think that puts him. You know, I haven't actually thought too much about this yet, just because, you know, I only briefly read through the changes here. But yeah, I wanna go over each one with you and maybe look at some examples that we might be able to expect from some in-game action here. So yeah, let's get to it. I think it's time to head on over to the game. So let's do that. And yeah, I've already got number 1 on the screen there ready for you guys. Alright, so let's load up the game and go through some of these changes. So yeah, during Rage, up back 1+2, that's his devil transformation, fixed an issue in which the timing at which Rage is consumed differed from the timing at which the devil transformation took place, excuse me. Okay, well, I don't have too much to say about that, to be honest. I don't even think I ever use up back 1+2, you know. I've thought about it. There's been times where I was thinking, you know, that could be hype, you know, to save a match if you just kind of bring that out and, you know, stop things happening. Stop the pressure, you know, that could be pretty hype. But yeah, I don't think I've ever actually used that. Funnily enough. So let's, maybe let's have an open stage. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. I mean, okay. Yeah, little technical hitch. They've sorted that out, so that's great. Change the damage from 4518 to 4512. Now, Kazuya Mishima, you know, he has touch of death combos. You know, he does. and that damage at the end is often what gets the kill blow, you know? The 18 is important. If it drops down to 12, I'm not sure, you know, what that will do to some of his combos, but hopefully it won't be too bad. You know. Ah, my right punch isn't working that well. Alright, so yeah. Alright, so that's a small change, but yeah, it's a nerf. It's not a buff, right? It's a nerf. So fair enough, small nerf there. And then number 3 is down 4-2 has had the distance decrease between the character and the opponent when the move is hit or is blocked. So on hit as well. So I'm just looking at the distance here. Decreased, so they're going to be even closer after it hits, which is great. I mean, but the thing is, it already is fairly decent range afterwards. I mean, you already kind of can't do a whole lot after it hits you anyway. Putting them closer, I mean, I guess it means you have access to, you know, I don't know, what would you want to use that you can't use already? Maybe this, because they could backdash that after normally? On block is an issue, because you're definitely getting punished, you know. That's definitely going to be not in Kazuya's favor. But again, you know, not a big deal. I mean, the thing is, they already don't really go back that far when they block it. I remember getting punished. You know, I get punished for this. There's times where I do this and I think I'm at max range and they still punish me. You know, so I don't know if that being closer is a massive thing. Alright, so let's move on to the next one. So decrease the distance between the character and the opponent when the move is blocked. I like this one. So look, after forward 4, this is a point blank forward 4. They drop back to there, like a normal throw doesn't even work. You know? A normal throw after blocking a forward 4. Wait a second. Oh, that's really good, yeah. Oh, swap sides as well. Okay, so after forward 4, generic throw doesn't work. Jab works. I mean, most things work that you would do, you know. If they're going to be even closer, that's interesting. That's interesting. I mean, I'm still trying to think what else you could need. Maybe this, but I mean, they're not going to press any buttons anyway. But yeah, at least this probably won't whiff then, you know. So if they do press a button, you know, if they're trying to do a wire rising move, that will get a counter hit, and it's safe as well. You know, it's not too much of a risk. They could stay ducking, but you could do, you know, you could do some fairly damaging mids, I guess, if you were ready for it. All right, so cool. That keeps them closer. Maybe that will be an option if they try to low jab. All right, so the next one is down 1+2. Now, I actually like this move. I actually like that move. You can cancel it. You know, you don't see a lot of it because it's slow. It's not very damaging. You know, 19 damage, and you know it's punishable. You know, it's when he. I mean, when you're talking about a character who's got so many good lows, you know, you do kind of think, why do I need this? But this is the only cancelable low he has. It gets a combo on counter hit as well. You know, it gets a combo on counter hit. So, I mean, it has its uses. You know what I mean? You know, it has its uses. It's not a bad, it's not a terrible move. So I do think that you know, getting buffed is not a bad thing at all. So change the damage from 18 to 20. Okay. Oh, I'm getting a little I'm in rage yet. Okay, so yeah, 18 to 20. Decrease the distance when the move is blocked. Okay, that's not good. So they get sucked in to punish me. But maybe when they're waiting for it, I can cancel it and do something else. You know? But you know, don't forget as well, Kazuya can do crouching moves from, you know, can do standing moves from a crouch position. You know what I mean? So this is something that I had actually been experimenting with already. You know, cancelling that, doing another one, cancelling that, doing a low, cancelling that, doing a mid. You know, cancelling that, baiting something, because after they see you with something, sometimes they go for their own thing. You can block it, you can punish it, you can. Well, it depends what they do, or it depends what you're reading they're gonna do. But, you know. Oh, that, this works quite a lot for some reason. They just see something and then try and interrupt, you know. Alright, so, and then the range of the attack has been increased. So, let me see, from here, okay, so from here it doesn't work, from here. Wow, just about, it's got a decent range already. How much more range are they going to give it? That's actually quite good. So, I mean, it hits from quite far away, to be honest, already. Look at that! Oh. I mean, we're at a range where my down forward 2 doesn't work. But that does. Oh my god, does it have more range than Hell Sweep? Oh my god, it's got more range than a Hell Sweep. That is insane. They're going to give this more range? Okay. Alright, I mean, I won't say no to some long-range lows with Kazuya. That's fine by me. Alright, so, apparently it's going to have more range. Cool. Cool beans. Number 6, down back 2. Decrease the move's tracking. I'm going to have to set up Kazuya to do this. So that I can try and move about. Do you know what I mean? Okay, that's the weak side. That's the weak side of that move. So I wonder if you can step that now. I mean, it's already fairly steppable as it is. I don't know, man. Oh. It has okay tracking actually. Wow, that looked OD, didn't it? He was facing the other way. Let's see on this side. So it has okay tracking, I guess. I don't know if it needs to be nerfed though. I don't think that is like too good or something. Obviously it gives him a fairly decent mix-up with the Hell Sweep, but it's not a game breaker. He's not broken or anything. In fact, I think he needs a mid where it's not too easy to step outside of down forward 2. You know, I think it's good for him to have a safe mid that he can use. And also, it's quite slow. The startup is fairly slow. It's mid, you know, mid safe on block, but the startup is quite slow. So I think it's fair that you know, has a little bit of decent tracking. Because Kazuya, he's known for having super poor tracking outside of his tracking specific moves. Proceeds to get hit by every single down back 2. So after that, after the jab, I can Step it fairly easily, get punished. Yeah, I mean, I think that it's really steppable already. I don't think that needs anything to happen to it. But fair enough, they've decided that that needs to get nerfed. Okay. Decreased the move's tracking. Fair enough. And the next one. Increased the range of the attack. Down back 3. What are they doing? Like, down back 3 already has fairly decent range already. Okay. So, from here... Yeah, I mean, they're increasing the range. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, you have to worry about a low from that range against Kazuya now. I mean, that... Oh my god, this is his longest ranging low. This down 1 plus 2. I just can't believe how much... I can't believe I didn't realize how much range it has, like, from here. What? How are you getting hit by a low from there? That's like insane. What? I mean, and if you press any buttons, if you try and come in with a string, you know, like, if you try and come in with a string from there, you're getting counter hit into like, God knows how much damage. Let's see how much damage I can get from this. The 2 doesn't work that well. So that doesn't look optimal. That looks like that could get messed up. Okay, so that could be. So that, yeah, so okay, so 74. That's a lot of damage, you know, and that combo's not that hard to do. That is a lot of damage from this as well. From a cancelable low mid. Sorry, from a cancelable low punch. So yeah, that's a good move. And they're even making that better. So like, yeah. But anyway, down back 3, it's gonna have the range increased. Okay, cool. I guess the frame data is staying the same then, so alright. Got it. Next one. Back to 4. Oh, I don't like this nerf. This is a nerf, guys. I don't like this one because back to 4 was ever so slightly hit confirmable. Not to any realistic degree, but it was, especially on counter hit, because I think it had more hits on counter hit. Yeah, see, that was too late. But look how late it's still coming up as a 2 hit. This was very delayable before. But now, because what they want you to do, they want you to be in a situation where you have to commit to both hits. No confirming, you think they're going to crowd to commit. So that they can enforce you to need back to 1, you know? Back to 4, and if you think they're going to try and duck before, you can do back to 1, the new string. So yeah, but you know, I've kind of talked about why I don't think that's a great idea earlier, so you know where I'm coming from there. Change the input window from 30 frames to 24 frames. Yeah, so those are the 6 frames I need to do this. So that was very, very deliberate. I think they thought it was too good because it's a safe mid that leads into a semi-hit confirmable, you know, second follow-up attack, and you know, it's like, it's only 13 damage, and you know, it doesn't really get you anything apart from the huge frame advantage, but you know, it doesn't get you massive amount of damage or anything. But yeah, they didn't want Kazuya to play like that, so fair enough. Alright, so moving on. Yep, back to 1. Talked about it, you've seen it. But after this, there will be a mid screw attack. We don't know what the frames are going to be yet, but this is going to change things. This is going to change things. I mean, that would be a screw attack, you know? That's a screw attack. That's a screw attack. You know, so it's going to be good, man. After all these different options, he's going to have the screw attack now. That's a screw attack, you know. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. All right, let's move on. So change the attack startup from 19 frames to 17 frames. So back 4 is this bad boy. Also causes a screw. And I don't know if 19 to 17, I don't know if those 2 frames are fast enough. But I've always wondered if maybe 3 of those and then that could be a thing. You know, I wonder if the slightly faster startup could let me get that, because that could be really interesting as a starter, you know, especially with the nerf on the electric damage. That could be, or maybe this is a thing now. Oh, it's already a thing. You can wait. Is this a thing? No. So yeah, that looks like it might be a thing now, because it almost works now. So with the 2 frames faster speed up, that could, yeah, but that's only at that angle. So it works. So like from here it doesn't work, right? Yeah. So I think that will work now from every angle. So at the moment I can get it like this, you know, but I don't know. Maybe everyone's just gonna do back 2-1, right? But yeah, I mean, if you do back 2-1, that's 2 hits, so that's going to be more scaling on the follow-up. But, you know, that would be 1 hit, and then you could get your follow-up after the screw, and there would be less scaling on the damage. So that could be really useful. Alright, so the next one. Decrease the distance between the character and the opponent when the move hits. This is good. This is a good one. Because at the moment, it's a bit of a stretch to get the forward 4 after that. You know, I mean, ideally you kind of want to run up and get that, right? More damage, you know. But you know that you'll take it, right? That's you'll any Kazuya will happily take that after that. So yeah, but yeah, maybe that will be more guaranteed now. Wait. Yeah, it's a stretch to run up and get the stomp actually. So. Run up, stomp, okay. If it's really close, I wonder if you could actually get some kind of pickup, maybe back 2-1. You know, it'd be interesting to know if you could get 4-3 might get a grounded hit. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. Doesn't quite get it there. So yeah, maybe that will be a proper combo now. And then you get it from the side on this one. Like that. But yeah, that's not, I don't think that's not real. Alright, and then the last one for Kazuya is that the damage of the electric, unfortunately, is down from 23 to 20. Yeah, let's turn this off because we're not seeing the damage. So there you see, electric, 23 damage. So this is going down to 20. That's a nerf and a half. I mean, do you know what I mean? That's a pretty hard nerf. I don't like that because electric is hard to do, and I think that doing what's hard should be rewarded. As long as it's not an infinite combo or something, it should be rewarded if it's hard to do, right? So I don't see why that is, you know, that is taking a hit. It's not necessary at all. I think that's very unnecessary. So in terms of combos, you know, that is okay. So look, let's look. So look, okay, here's one. So that's 64, yeah, on this. But if I do this, is that going to be more? No. Okay. Okay, that's only 14. Okay. So 2 more damage on the second electric. So I guess with the nerf, though. Hang on a second. So on this version, the second electric in a juggle is 16 damage. But this is 14 damage. So with the nerf, I'm wondering if that is going to be a better starter instead of, you know what I mean? It's worth trying out. Let's see what happens. Maybe something into back 2-1 as well will be a more optimal starter now. We're going to have to test out a lot of things, guys. You have a lot to work with. The damage reduction on the electric, the back 2-1 screw attack, the back 4 frame speed up also creates more combo potential. So yeah, there's a lot going on in his combo department now, and that's going to be super interesting to investigate. And I can't wait. We're looming on the horizon of the Season 3 pass, and I really can't wait to see how it's going to feel, what it's going to be like to play with all the changes, with everything that they've put into it. And yeah, I'm super pumped up, man. I'm super pumped. Well, I guess that's it. That's the Kazuya Mishima patch notes review. I just went through the 12 changes that he has gone through, and that's kind of how I feel about things. I think that he's still an amazing character. I do feel that, you know, the down back 2 nerf wasn't necessary, and I don't understand the down back 3 and down 1+2 distance increase. I don't get the why on that one. I feel like they have really good range already. But yeah, it's going to be good to experiment with, and it's going to be good to see, you know, how he plays now. You know, I'm definitely not happy about the electric nerf. I'm like, why? Because, you know, electric is something you need to practice. It's a skill that you acquire through training. So give me something for that. You know, don't punish me for like working, you know, hours and hours to perfect this command. I don't think that deserves. I'd like to know why that need. I mean, is the move just too good? Is that what it is? Is everyone saying that, you know, electric is too strong as a move, so we need to take the damage down? I don't know. I just don't want I don't want Kazuya to just be about doing down forward 1-2 as a punish and then forward 4, or, you know, like just always going for while standing 2 to get big damage, or, you know, I just don't want that day to come. I know we're not there yet, but I just hope that never becomes the optimal way to play Kazuya. You know, you need while standing moves now. You have to get twin pistons for big damage. You have to get while standing 2. I like that you can be very mobile with Kazuya and go for launch damage. It's really cool. And Kazuya's just badass, man. He just looks sick. Like, come on, man, you can't nerf him. Come on. So, but I'm happy overall. I'm happy. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm ecstatic. I just can't wait to get my hands on the new Kazuya, and of course Leroy Smith, who I'm definitely going to be playing. So look out for my Leroy Smith content as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed the Season 3 pass patch notes reviews over Kazuya's new stuff. And yeah, I'm super hyped up. Please don't use Zafina, because I'm really uncomfortable fighting Zafina, because she's like all creepy like a spider, and it's like, it just kind of ekes me out. Please don't do it. Pick Leroy and Kazuya, they're good. I might be doing some more Season 3 patch note update reviews with other characters. If there's a specific character you'd like me to review, let me know in the comments, and I'll take that into consideration, maybe for the next video. So do let me know, and have a nice morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're watching from around the world, and I'll see you next time. Take care, guys. Goodbye.